Time now for News Extra on KNEB. Our program brought to you by First State Bank, Scottsbluff and Gering. With our program, here again, Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We have Lynn Doerring here and Jana Barker. They're from the First United Methodist Church of Scottsbluff, and they are having their 7th annual Amazing Family Fun Festival coming up this Sunday over at the Panhandle Coop parking lot from 1 to 4. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Doing
great.
Well, yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay, so this is 7th annual. Lynn, tell us some of the activities that you guys are going to do on Sunday afternoon. First one, I guess, is the big straw bale maze, right?
Yes, we're getting all ready. Martin Brandt is the organizer for the guys that are building the maze, and they start that about Saturday at 9 o'clock, where him and Russell Colby, who is the designer, the architect of the maze, and they start setting the bales at 9, and it takes about 3 hours to get it set up and build the maze. They use about 140 bales of straw, and this year it's bigger and better. They're using about 40 extra bales that can make it wild and crazy and
help you get lost, right?
Yeah. Last year we lost a couple people. Hopefully they'll show up again this year.
Yeah.
So with it, but it's really easy, but yet hard. And you think you got it figured out, and then you take the wrong turn, and there you go.
Yeah. All right. So what other type of activities do you have besides the big maze?
Well, it's a carnival atmosphere where there's all kinds of games, fun. We've got bounce houses, lots of different ones this year. Ron Schwab has different kinds of bounce houses, games, and all kinds of carnival games. Game tosses. We've got Goodyear tire toss that's there. They've got spin the wheel, beanbag tosses, all kinds of different games.
And everybody's encouraged to wear costumes. You got wagon rides, Henson's mule rides.
Yes, and Belgium horses.
Yeah. And like I said, bounce houses, a pumpkin patch, crafts, all kinds of stuff. So, Jana, I understand the bounce houses. We have how many bounce houses for this?
There are going to be 5 this year. We do have at least one set aside for the young kids, like up to age 2 or 2 to 4, so that they don't get bounced all over by the bigger kids. But we are having 5. There are, as Lynn mentioned, there are several new ones this year.
All right. What's admission for this?
Admission is 1 can of food or non-perishable food item per person, and everything else is free.
All right. And that goes to a local food pantry, right?
Right. This year, I believe it's going to Kaplan and Potter's Wheel.
Okay. Very good. So, pretty good deal here for from 1 to 4. A lot of fun. And it's not just your church, Jana. It's a bunch of other churches as well?
Right. It's all of the United Methodist Churches in the Valley.
All right. And how many of them are those?
I believe there are 8.
7 or 8 of them. 7 or 8 of them here in the Valley, right?
Right.
But this thing originated out of your guys' church, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one, we decided, we'd try this for a year. Well, that year is kind of extended, so we're up to 7 now.
All right. We'll take a break. Talk more right after this.
Hey, Bill, we were in geometry class together in high school.
Well, you're Jim, right?
Yeah, it's good to see you again. Remember the time when we were supposed to have a test and we got the teacher going off?
Have you ever noticed that when you have things in common with someone, it makes them easier to talk to? That's one of the reasons it's just good business for a small business to bank with us. We're a small business too. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
Big on you.
All right, we are back on News Extra. We're talking about the United Methodist Church's 7th annual Amazing Family Fun Festival. This Sunday 1 to 4 over at the Panhandle Co-op parking lot. They have their big, the big thing is the straw bale maze that they have. but they have a lot of other great activities. Lynn Doerring and Jana Barker are here. Jana, you mentioned there is some food there, right?
Yes, there is. Well, of course, there's always candy.
Yes.
I get that. That is a separate food group. But we also have chili tasting, and so you'll be able to sample different recipes of chili. Some of them are got a little more
Who's
kick.
putting together the chili?
Just volunteers again.
Yeah.
The whole thing is volunteer, right?
All right. How many volunteers work on this, do you think?
I believe last year we had about 60.
60 volunteers.
Yep.
Working on this. That's pretty good.
The Midwest Theater is going to provide the popcorn this year. So we have a lot of popcorn that they'll be providing, and you know how good theater popcorn is.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun with it. So we urge everyone to come out, bring a can of food, and help serve the community with the food items that they need so bad. So
That's right. Admission again, one non-perishable food item for a local food pantry. And some of the things you can do, the straw bale maze, they've got wagon rides, they've got crafts, bounce houses, a pumpkin patch, bunch of games, candy, all that kind of stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. And you have a prize for the best costume by any chance?
just candy for 'em.
Oh, yeah?
Trick or treat.
All right. Very good. So the best costume maybe gets a little more candy. Not sure the dentists appreciate that much, but what the heck, right?
Yep.
All right. So this Sunday, 1 to 4, over at the Panhandle Co-op parking lot, the Amazing Family Fun Festival. Thank you, gals, for coming in.
Thank you. Yep.
You and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high in love. They can chase us down, but we will always win.